You know, buying a home can be exciting, but it can also be somewhat daunting, even if you've done it before. You know, you deal with mortgage options, credit reports, loan applications, contracts, appraisals, inspections, warranties, walkthroughs, settlement sheets, escrow accounts, oh my gosh, recording fees, insurance, taxes. And the list goes on. No doubt you'll hear and see words and terms you've never heard before. But just what do they all mean? And how important are they to you? Today I'm going to break down the seemingly never-ending list of real estate terminology, and if you watch till the end, I have a free real estate terminology PDF for you. These are terms you should know if you're buying or selling a house. And I'm starting with the top 5, so you'll be able to talk like an educated, experienced buyer or seller when it comes to real estate. Number 1 is comparable sales. Now, by definition, comparable sales are simply homes that are similar to the property you're either trying to buy or sell in terms of location, size, condition, and features. You'll want to know what those sales are if you're thinking about selling, so that you can price your home at market value. This way you don't sit on the market too long creating doubts in the buyer's minds about the property's condition. Or pricing it too low, you could leave money on the table. As a buyer, you'll want to know the comparable sales so that you and your agent can craft an offer that will appraise for your lender and make sure that you don't overpay for the home. In either case, your realtor will help get you this information by looking at what has closed or sold in the area and how it compares to the home you have or the one that you're looking at. Number 2 is the counteroffer. Now, this is a response by the seller to the buyer's original offer on a house to make changes that better fit with the seller's goals. You know, a counteroffer shows that the seller's willing to work with the buyer, but on slightly different terms, usually a change in the price, the terms, or the timing. Counteroffers are great because they allow for a bit of give and take, basically called negotiating. You know, that's something we haven't seen much in the last few years. So sellers get to put forth what they would like in response to a buyer's offer, and the counteroffer gives the buyer 3 options: accept it, reject it, or make another offer. Number 3 is earnest money. Now, earnest money seems to be one that adds a bit of confusion for a lot of people. You know, by definition, earnest money is simply a deposit made to the seller by the buyer once their offer is accepted that shows the buyer's good faith to buy their home. Here in Colorado, the title company keeps the earnest money until closing, and then at closing credits it back to the buyer toward the purchase of the home. Earnest money is usually 1 to 5% of the sale price. It shows that the buyer is serious about buying, and it protects the seller in case the buyer defaults on the agreed upon contract. Number 4. Due diligence. This is where a home buyer investigates the facts and physical and financial condition of the property and its location during the due diligence period in the contract. You know, they'll do a home inspection with an inspector. They may do a sewer scope, radon testing. They look over the homeowner association documents if there are any, including the rules and regulations, financials, meeting of the minutes. They'll also look to see what homeowners insurance would be running them and maybe look at what the utility bills might be. Basically doing due diligence to make sure the home is a good fit for them and their lifestyle. Now, number 5 is closing costs. Fees and expenses you pay. If you're a seller, these would be things like paying off your mortgage, tax credits to the buyer since taxes are paid in arrears here in Colorado, realtor fees, transfer fees if you live in an HOA. For buyers, closing costs are in addition to the down payment when you close on a home. So these costs are typically 2 to 5% of the loan amount, and they may include things like homeowners insurance, appraisal, mortgage insurance, escrows, things like that. Oh, by the way, my name is Peggy Dursthoff, and I'm a realtor with HomeSmart here in the Denver metro area, and I specialize in suburban living. And if you like this video and want a cheat sheet to keep tabs on this real estate language, then simply go to the description box down below and download a free PDF of Real Estate Terminology Part 1 to keep with you. In the meantime, if you're thinking about buying, you may want to check out this video over here where I talk about the 8 things to look for when buying a home. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.